Hey guys, welcome back to Diecast Reviews. So up to a review on the Leland Turbo and Finn McMissile 2-pack. Of course, this is from all the way back in 2012, but I'm really excited to bring you all this video. Of course, this 2-pack has gotten quite rare over the past decade. Leland Turbo here, as you can see, is an exclusive vehicle. We'll get into that in a little bit, but he's an exclusive vehicle, and Mattel has stayed true to that. He has not been re-released since this is his only release, and of course, with it being his one release, the 2-pack was kind of rare to begin with. It's become quite rare over time. Finn McMissile not rare, of course, but Leland Turbo here is quite rare. Now, you can see it says exclusive vehicle for him here. Go to the back here. I believe a lot of these were labeled as exclusive vehicles. I think he was labeled as exclusive vehicle, exclusive E. Like all the ones on the right, I think, or left. Yeah, right. All the ones on the right were exclusive vehicles. I'm not sure about this 2-pack, but I think all the ones on the right were exclusive vehicles. He's been re-released since, or he may have not been an exclusive vehicle. I know he was, and he's been re-released. He was, I think, and he's been re-released. This 2-pack has also been quite rare. Of course, not as rare as this one, but it has gotten quite rare as well. And Damaged Rod Torque Redline was exclusive. It hasn't been re-released since. That one's an interesting one to acquire. I'm looking to getting that one too. But of course, Leland Turbo here, quite rare. I don't remember if Mama Topolino was labeled as exclusive or not. She's been re-released since, of course, but I can't remember if she was an exclusive when she was first released here in this pack. Of course, 2011 copyright for a 2012 release. Yeah, I mean, some pretty cool stuff here. This one especially quite interesting. But yeah, of course, Leland Turbo, one of the British spies that was killed, kind of set up a dark mood to the rest of the movie when he was killed within 5 minutes of him appearing the first time. But regardless, yeah, a really, really cool release. And just honestly kind of surprising he wasn't re-released, since he was he was one of the characters that, actually spoke in the movie, and usually Mattel kind of releases all the characters that have speaking lines, and considering, Holly Shifter's been released multiple times, Finn McMissile's been released multiple times. Rod, of course, a little bit rarer than the other two, but he's been released a couple times as well, I believe. I don't think he's been released since 2012. Maybe Mattel's trying not to release the ones that got killed, but he's not as rare as Leland Turbo too. He was released in a single, so it's interesting that Leland, of all the spies and the ones that actually spoke, he's been quite rare, and I'm kind of surprised with that. But regardless, really excited to get these two out of the package. So enough yapping. Let's get Leland and Finn here out of the package and take a look at them in closer detail. So here's Leland Turbo out of the package, and he does look fantastic. Now, of course, he's in a 2-pack with Finn McMissile here. Finn, not the point of the video. I'll just show him off real quick. Of course, the 2011 Finn, 2012. When was this produced? When was this guy made? 265th day of 2011. So probably just a repackaged 2011 Finn. Of course, arrow of mouth plates here. So this mouth plate, not to mention that the color doesn't line up very well. But also has like a decently sized gap here, which just looks not very good. So certainly will not be displaying this Finn over the other ones I have. This one will go to kind of the pile of extras I have. But of course, based on James Bond drives a similar car to kind of the exact same car here. And I think some of the earlier movies, but I know this car kind of reappears in some of the later movies. Like one of the later ones, or one of the more recent ones that came out, like what Finn is based on, that car reappeared. I don't know which one it was, but I know it reappeared. I saw it, but anyways, of course, based on James Bond. So if he's based on James Bond and Leland's kind of Finn's partner, I'm assuming they both kind of work for MI6 or whatever the British equivalent, or the car, not British, MI6 is British, the car universe equivalent of MI6 is. Yeah, Leland, of course, the first car to appear in Cars 2, so you'd think he'd have a long stay in the film. But no, he dies within 5 minutes of appearing. Or I guess when he appears, he's already dead, because like Finn's watching like a pre-recorded video or whatever. But yeah, of course, dies. The first car to die out of many. In Cars 2, he's crushed into a cube. Mattel has, for obvious purposes, for obvious reasons, never released the cube version of Leland, but there have been some interesting customs and some videos on those customs on YouTube. You can search them up. Yeah, interesting stuff. But of course, Mattel's never released him, or kind of. There's a theory I have that the reason he hasn't been re-released and the reason Torque Redline hasn't been re-released since. I mean, he was released in 2012 and 2011 hasn't been re-released since then. Kind of a theory I have is Mattel doesn't really want to release the cars that died. A lot of the cars that died are lemons, so just kind of background characters. But the cars that have speaking roles that died, they don't they release them, but don't really want to get back into them, which I guess is why Leland hasn't been re-released. Regardless, let's just get into the review here. Enough talking. I do like the expression. It's an interesting expression. It's kind of looking downwards and kind of has a frown or a smirk. A determined look on his face. I do like the expression. I just a happy expression like Finn McMissile. Obviously got the headlights there, a grill. Hood there, he's got some kind of silver line there. Like the tires are just black rims, rather. Look pretty sleek. Little thing here. I'm assuming, Finn has a similar kind of looking thing in the middle of his wheels, and he kind of like launches missiles out of those or bombs or whatever. I wonder if Leland does the same because, looking at Leland, he does not have an obvious way to launch guns or an obvious slot for guns. Kind of like, Finn right here, he's got his guns come out of here, so Leland doesn't have an obvious looking area for that. So, I don't know. Anyways. Moving on, not a lot of detail or design on him. He's got what appears to be like a little light right there, a little something there. I'm not sure what that is exactly. Go here, obviously a two-door coupe based on an early 1960s Jaguar, from what I gather. Would make sense, British car. Finn's a British car. Finn's based on Aston Martin, so Jaguar and Aston Martin, kind of the two British sports car companies. That made cars back in the 60s, so it makes sense that they're both, based on one of those. Go to the back here. His license plate is 63 Turbo, from what I can gather. 63 is a reference to his voice actor, who also voiced Sidley, obviously the plane that Finn flies on. And Turbo, obviously Leland's last name, so maybe you could assume that he was born in 1963. But interesting fun fact about Leland's voice actor. He also, voiced Sidley. So Sidley was the last car to appear in Cars 2. Leland, of course, the first car to appear in Cars 2. So the voice actor voiced both the first and last car to appear in Cars 2. But license plate there, nice to have a customized license plate rather. We never did see Leland's back, so this is Mattel, I guess, or whoever taking a little bit more creative liberties with it. Because of course we did see Finn's license plate, but never did see Leland's. Some taillights there, a little bit of silver trim. So I'm assuming this would be where the trunk is. Of course, it's kind of got a little silver line pattern going down there. Nothing on the roof, but on the trunk and the hood there. And then this side would be the same as the other. Now you'll notice he's got only one rear view mirror. That's not an error. That's just like the way they've made these Lelands. Can't remember in the movie, though I will put up a picture of Leland Turbo right here. So we'll see if he does have only one rear view mirror in the movie, or if this is just a Mattel goof. But that's just the way they released Leland Turbo. Only one rear view mirror. Yeah, I don't really have much else to add. There's not a lot to go over here with Leland, of course. Just a red car. I do like the red, the shade of red. Although I don't think it's exactly kind of similar to the movie. Although, I don't know. Let's take a look here. That's the red he's got on the card art. I guess it's close enough. Although, he seems a little more bright red in the movie. But a little bit more cherry red. This is more maroon red, I guess. Yeah, of course. I guess here's the base. See, 257-1, so 257th day of 2011. And actually, this Finn was produced later, 265th day of 2011. By 4 days, but still. I wonder if this was like, I don't know, a Thursday, and then he wasn't produced until Tuesday or whatever, I don't know. But, yeah, pretty cool. Definitely a cool car to get for me. Kind of, I'm not missing many cars from my collection. There's very few cars that characters that I don't have from the Cars movies, Cars 1, Cars 2, Cars 3, Cars 2, and Cars on the Road. But Leland was one of them, and it's definitely cool to add another tech checkbox. Because like I said, it's probably in the single digits of cars or characters I don't have. So definitely cool to get Leland Turbo here. And yeah, you know, I like I said, I'm surprised Mattel never re-released him. But at the same time, I figure I kind of realize why they don't release him, and that would be the same reason they haven't released Rod Torque Redline since 2012. I don't know if this is just a decision that they're making, or if this comes from a higher up, or if this comes from Disney themselves. I don't know, but I'm definitely curious as to why they have made this decision. Although at the same time, I guess you could kind of piece together why. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Leland Turbo if you ever picked him up when he was in stores the first time around. And yeah, let me know what you think of him. I definitely prefer him to Finn, although I don't know, I think Finn is a little, I don't know. I definitely prefer him, but again, this could be, I've said it before and I'll say it again, this could be me underrating Finn. I think Finn is an underrated release, and I may be underrating him when comparing him to Leland, just because Leland's a brand new shiny release for me, and Finn, I've seen 1,000 Finns, but I definitely like Leland more. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But yeah, I don't have much else to add. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.